I encourage everybody, please, do what you can. I know today's a fun event and stuff, but whatever you can do, please do that. Stand up. Help somebody. If you don't want to run, if a dummy like me can run for office, and by the way, I spent only $500 in my campaign versus many tens of thousands that was spent against me that was provided by corporations out of state. So again, we can do it. All of us can do it. We need to stand up. We need to fight. We need to make positive change. So enjoy your time, and thank you for the time to speak up here. Thanks.
Thank you, Scott. Okay, Doug McVeigh, Director of Research, Common Sense for Drug Policy. In 1984, Doug McVeigh arrived in Oregon on a Greyhound bus to work on the Oregon Marijuana Initiative legalization program. That's when he first met Jack Harrer, who trained him as a reefer raider. He worked for NORML in the late 1980s and helped found the Cannabis Action Network. Doug is a cancer survivor. He is a journalist and a host of Century of Lies radio show. Doug blogs for Common Sense for Drug Policy and also for Celeb Stoner, and he is the editor of drugwarfacts.org. Let's hear it for Doug McVeigh.
Steve, thank you. Keep putting your hands together because these people do a tremendous job and you owe them a round of applause. People like Steve and the band here, Warning Danger, and all these other volunteers. And give yourselves a hand because you're here, you're doing stuff. You've made a first step. You're actually becoming activists. By coming out here and showing your support for legalization for drug policy reform, you're one of the reasons why Washington State led the country. Your vote back in 2012 on I-502 when you legalized weed to an extent, arguably, but you made a big difference, and to the rest of the world, what happened was huge. It was resounding. You helped change the dialogue. You helped change the whole scene. I'm sorry that you had to take the bullet by swallowing a really bad law, and I'm sorry that they're messing with it further. We just got legalization down in Oregon. We've had a medical program for many years. The legislature convened this session. They said, well, we're not going to touch the medical program because that's sacred. And, will of the voters, we're not going to do anything anywhere else, and everything will be fine. And basically, they passed laws completely revising the medical program, cutting limits, and then they also have made some changes in the adult use program. Well, political expediency. The point is, we're not going to get the perfect law yet. We're just going to try and make the best we can, and then you have to work on it to improve it. You've got to organize and keep fighting to make it better, because the job isn't over. I mean, yes, you legalize pot. That is the good news. That is great news. I have good news for you today. It's all right. Tomorrow's Sunday. We do the spirituality thing. At Hemposium, tomorrow, 10:45, spirituality, medical use, and recreational use. Can they coexist? The answer is they have to. I haven't figured out how they're going to, but at least I've got the question right. Oh, yeah, I digress. The point is, the good news is you legalized pot. You created a ripple effect. It's gone around the world. There's a change everywhere right now, and it's continuing. That's kind of part of the bad news, is that your job ain't over. It is way not over. You partly legalized marijuana. Congratulations. Now, there are a lot of problems. The racist nature of the laws, the reasons why this thing was created in the first place, why prohibition started. Awful, awful things. We've started to right a wrong. That's great. But you know what? The wrongs continue. You still have racial biases in the drug violations that you see happening around the city. There's a horrible racial bias in the way the criminal justice system is done. The police are good at catching the usual suspects, going out to the people they think are committing crimes, and that's why fewer than 1 in 5 of any of the property crimes that get committed in this country are ever cleared by an arrest. That's why fewer than 50% of all the violent crimes in this country are ever cleared by an arrest, is because the cops aren't arresting the people who are actually committing the crimes. Because if you look like me, you probably could get away with murder.
You're going to get away with it.
I haven't, just for the record. My point is, you did some great stuff. The job ain't over. It's only just starting.
Lead the way.
But the tipping point. The tipping point's been reached. Now we can talk about this stuff openly. Now we can say what is true. Decriminalizing drugs is a good idea. Marijuana has to be legal. It has to be regulated. Decriminalizing cocaine, decriminalizing heroin. No one should go to jail because they are hooked on meth. They need treatment, maybe substitution treatment. We have that with heroin addicts. We don't have it very much, and there's not enough slots, and it's highly regulated, and it's tough to get into, and there's no money. But those are problems we can fix that work. In Canada, they have an experiment. It used to be called the North American Opiate Medication Initiative. We were supposed to try that in this country, but our drug officials shot that idea down because they don't really care about addicts getting better. And that's where the problem lies. And that's why our job's not done. There's a lot of change we need to make, and we're on the right track. And it's people like this who are going to continue fighting so that marijuana users can have their freedoms, and they'll be able to grow a few plants at home, and you won't have a corporate monopoly selling you weed at inflated prices, because it's not freaking plutonium, and nor is it OxyContin. And you'll have other people, too. The People's Harm Reduction Alliance is a group in this city. I saw Shiloh from there yesterday, I think. Excellent organization. They do work in harm reduction and syringe exchange. These are important things. They're helping to keep people alive. That's a good thing, right? So these are people who deserve your support. You'll find a few different nonprofits working here in this place. People like Normal. I don't know if the Drug Policy Alliance comes out here anymore. They used to. But then again, it's so big. My gosh, it's so big. 100,000 of you people in a day. It's insane. So you're to be congratulated. You started a revolution. It's the political revolution. See, the cultural evolution was already there. Weed was kind of a joke to a lot of folks. Why it was illegal? Well, it's hard to explain, but it is an inertia and all that kind of stuff. But now it's legalized. You've actually started the political revolution. And that's what's important. But like I say, it's not enough. You're here for a concert. Warning Danger will be playing in just a few minutes. I promise. They're back here. I saw them. They're going to play. You're going to knock your socks off. But before that, you got to hear some stuff because you got to learn some stuff. I have a website. Pardon me. I'm thinking about a friend. Got a website called drugwarfacts.org. Excellent resource. You should use it. Gives you all the information that you could want. But information isn't enough. I mean, the facts have always been the same. Reform is the right way to go. Legalization is the only way to go. Decriminalization, at least. All those facts are true. They've never changed. What's changed is more and more people care about them. It's because of your efforts. More and more people care about this stuff. And some of us, many of us, have a passion to do something about it. See, no, I wasn't going to do that. But, you see, I'm starting to cry. This stage is being rechristened. Our friend Kevin volunteered here for years. He ran security. He's a constant fixture at the Hempfest stage. He's a friend. He's one of the reasons I loved coming up here. I look forward every year. Damn it, he died this year. So the stage is being rechristened the Kevin Black Memorial Stage, and it's an honor to be up here. Fellow cancer sufferer, I'm still around. It's not fair. But I digress. It's because of the passion of people like Kevin, and of Steve, and of Vivian, and of Gary, and of Rachel, and all these hundreds and hundreds of people. There's more than 1,000 volunteers here this weekend. There's 100 or more people who meet out through the year making all this happen. We've got 100 or so bands. There are a bunch of us who come out here to speak. We don't get paid. I'm not plugging a book. I'm not trying to sell you a CD. I'm not trying to sell you on my business. I do have a website. It's called drugwarfacts.org. We're a private foundation. We don't take memberships. We don't ask for donations. We don't have ads. We just want you to learn something. Because that's what it's about. That's what Jack taught me. He was about the initiative process. He was all about that initiative process, and it wasn't just because it was a good approach. I mean, he was smart. He was smart, but there was a strategy there because it involved education, and he understood that you don't just do the stupid initiative. I'm keeping it clean because I do radio. You don't just do these initiatives every year because you think you can win, because you've gotten the 65% in the polls or the 60 that says it's going to do it. You don't just do it because it's a safe bet. You do it to educate people and to teach them. And everyone that you get a signature from, you're talking to and you're educating and teaching them about this stuff. And he was really good at teaching. That's what it's all about. And that's what this is about. You are at the world's largest protestival. You are activists. You are advocates. This is Steve Fun Hadley. He is your MC. And welcome, Seattle, to the Kevin Black Memorial Stage. I thank you very much. Please give. They have donation buckets. They got a thing. Give them money.
Thank you, Doug McVeigh. You know, now that Jack Hare is gone and a lot of these other, Eddie Lepp's in prison and Mark Emery is never coming to the United States again, I'd say we kind of really are starting to rely on a new old guard, and Doug McVeigh definitely been doing this for a long, long time, longer than me, and I think I'm old. So Rhino said something about we're going to have 3 vocals up front. Doug McVeigh said something about be sure and donate some money. Rhino was telling you all this is the bowl down here on the grass.
At the McWilliams stage.
Bowl.
We're making our way down to Seeley stage now, where I'll be speaking for the first time since yesterday was rained out. Take you on a little walk. You get a look at what Seattle Hempfest looks like from McWilliams stage to Seeley stage. All right, so not a lot of vendors in this spot. This is just pretty much getting past the McWilliams backstage. Here we go. Now we're starting to see some chicken falafel, veggie falafel. Yes, and then of course the porta potties. Got to have the porta potties. So this is a 1.6 mile long park that we're going through, Myrtle Edwards Park in Seattle. I'm live on Periscope, so you're periscoping to people. It's Richard Lee, everybody, and Ann Lee, the founder of Republicans Against Marijuana Prohibition. Nice to see you again. Great speech. I'll see y'all later. I have to go speak down at Seeley. See you in a while. So yeah, you get some of the luminaries of the reform world. Richard Lee, of course, was the man behind Prop 19 in California in 2010. If you remember that one, that didn't win, but it pretty much started the conversation for everyone.
I know a lot of artists.
We have the Seattle Police. Hi guys, live on Periscope. They look like they're just having a good time, watching people going on by. Everything's pretty chill. Thanks for working, guys. See ya.
The other guy was going.
My hands full of chapters, and my faces, no pictures, no pictures. After pictures.
Hi. aren't you? We're live on Periscope, so say hi. Did you make that yourself?
I did.
That's pretty amazing, man. Looking great. Have a great Hempfest. Hey, John. Hey, hey, hey.
Let's slow it down a little bit. We got time for a few more. This is a song that very few people besides my neighbors have heard. So, hopefully,
We're all neighbors
you guys
here,
will
I
like
think.
it. Yeah, you're all neighbors here. That's right.
But now you turn day into night, and now I've learned 1,000 words from rain. Into each person's life, the rain comes falling. If I had known you'd take my son away, turn my back, told you to hit the road, Jack. Forgotten that I'd ever seen your face. Brought me hiding damn straight, nothing but trouble. Hiding damn straight, nothing but trouble. nothing but trouble. Oh, trouble.
Thank you. All right, we're going to pick it up a little. We are Michelle DeMore and the Love Dealers. So happy to be here. So happy it's not raining today.
Excuse me, pardon me.
Yet.
I just want you to know something. This is my house.
We rust. I think we have time for one more song, so I think it's time for me to show people what this funny looking thing at front of the stage is.
No break. I'm gonna wash socks. I'm gonna wash socks.
This is what we've affectionately come to know as Cajun birth control.
Because it's so sexy. Let me take a minute to introduce these guys.
Hi. Speaker. Excuse me. All right. Here we are. Backstage at the Seeley stage. There's Lee Berger.
Hey, bro. That's a hot coffee.
Hot coffee hug. Thanks, man.
Hot coffee belly bump.
Yeah, I guess. I'm not sure what that was. We shall see. All right. Well, let me get this set down, and we'll come back on Periscope when I'm up doing my presentation. So until next time, take care of each other, tokers.